Hello, wealthy family. Welcome to today's video. Thank you for coming and sharing some time with me. I am so excited because we just hit 55 subscribers. Yay! I've been loving reading the comments. Thank you so much. And as a matter of fact, today's video is inspired by someone who watches my videos and they actually know me. So we were speaking and I was telling them, I just hit 55 subscribers. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. I remember I just had 33 the other day. She's like, yeah, I remember when you said you just hit, 33 and 44. She's like, why do you get so excited for that? Like, you're a long way off from monetization. And I'm like, listen, it's not even about that. It's about the growth. It's about the process. And, the number 5 holds a special meaning for me, right? So today, I just kind of wanted to talk about the general energy behind numbers. I'm not going to quite go into what they mean per se. I'll probably make another video for that because that's so long. But just to be mindful, right? If you're seeing repeating numbers. Okay? Okay. So, repeating numbers, what do they mean? Now, a lot of people get so excited when they see 11:11 on the clock. They're like, oh my goodness, 11:11. My angels are calling. It's a gateway. I can manifest. I can, I'm going to hurry up and think of this thing and it's going to come out just like that. You could be in the middle of an argument and you see that's 11:10 and you're like, crap, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait for 11:11. And then as soon as I see it hit, I'm going to think of this new card that I want and it's poof, it's going to be out there. And then the universe is going to respond. And I mean, it kind of works that way, but it doesn't really work that way, right? Please know that once again, if you have momentum going in one way, you can't just screech and halt it, okay? Because it's still going to be the predominant energy. So if you're in a negative mood and then you see, oh, okay, it's about to be 11:11, I'm just going to, stop this negative mood and start thinking about things that I want. Yes, it's good because you're changing your state, you're changing your vibration by just thinking of happiness, but do not think or do not expect that whatever it is that you're trying to bring to your reality is going to happen like in a matter of time. Because again, that predominant feeling that you had before is also attached to that thought process that you are trying to bring forth. Okay. So if you're feeling rotten and then you try to change it around because you see it's about to be a sequencing number and you don't want your vibration to be caught in that sequencing number, please know that it's not going to be beneficial to you. It's not serving for you. Okay. Now, if you are genuinely seeing these numbers, like you go to an address and it's 222 Main Street or 1111 Main Street or 333 Downtown Ave, like things like that, and it keeps happening, you might want to look into what that number means, right? What does 3 mean? What does 2 mean? If people keep saying 5 everywhere, like, oh yeah, I had 5 this and 5 that, and your total at your supermarket comes at the 555, or you see your favorite YouTuber has 555 subscribers or 55 subscribers like me. And you look and you see on Instagram that someone has like 333 comments. Look into what those specific numbers mean. But in a broad sense, sequencing numbers usually triples or more, but sometimes even doubles. Like if it's a master number, meaning it's been around since the dawn of time. Because please know that before there was letters, before there was language, there were numbers, okay? The universe speaks in divine numbers, okay? Along with energy, but 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 22, and 33 are all universal divine numbers, and they all hold their own energy. That's why sometimes if you hear people saying, I have a life path number or I have a soul number, things of that nature, is usually only 1 through 9 and then 11, 22, or 33, because those are master numbers. Sorry, 11, 22, and 33 are master numbers, and 0 through 9 are just your regular numbers. You'll see insects with these numbers, or plants with these numbers, or rings or patterns on certain things, because that's how the universe speaks, and numbers and things of that nature, right? Before language, it's something that's universal. And that's why everything can be broken down to a number. Even the alphabet, the Greek alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet, right? Before you had the English alphabet, all those letters had numbers assigned to it, right? When I was younger, I used, and I still do sometimes, but I used to break down words into syllables, or I would see certain words and count the letters in them, and just, I would like it when it was even, because I could evenly divide it, right? But all in all, everything can be broken down to a number. Numbers all have their own energy, right? You have odd numbers, you have even numbers, you have masculine numbers, you have feminine numbers, you have positive numbers, you have negative numbers. And I'm not saying negative is evil, okay? I want you all to get out the stereotypical thinking that negative is evil, is wrong, is bad, is darkness. That's not it. It's just the other side of positive. Okay? All right. So with numbers, you have all of that. Okay? So when you see these numbers everywhere on your receipts, on your social medias, on the clock, most people see, or addresses, or whatever the case may be, please know it's the universe giving you like a checkpoint. That's all these numbers are. It's a checkpoint. And because you can have deeper insight into what these numbers are, into what one means, right? Like new beginnings, or three, meaning the Trinity, completion, a cycle, right? Nine is also completion and cycle, right? 666, your DNA, your composition, things of that nature, right? When you see these numbers, it's like a checkpoint. And when you have more information on it, now you can kind of see, okay, what are the hints? It's like cheat codes. It's like the universe is dropping little cheat codes for you, so you know how to maneuver your life, right? So you can say, man, I just saw 666. Don't think it's the devil, right? The universe is trying to say, come into yourself, right? Come more into you. Every time you see a sequencing number, take note of it, and then look and see what's the deeper meaning behind it. It's not to mean that, like I said, if you see 1111, you're like, oh, gonna think about this new car and the universe is gonna bring it to me. Or you see 444 and you're like, oh, money and abundance is coming my way. I mean, it's good to affirm that. Yes. If you're in the right state of mind, affirm it. Yes. However, don't think that just seeing the numbers, and then when you see the numbers, you think in a positive state, or you think of the things you want, that it's going to come like that, because that's not the way it works. Okay? Seeing the sequencing numbers more frequently, though, may say to you, hey, that there's a message. We're trying to tell you something, right? The spirit realm is trying to tell you something. We're trying to get it out to you, right? If you see 911 a lot, it is an emergency, right? Something needs to be taken care of quickly, right? It doesn't mean that it's, again, a negative thing or positive thing. It just means that something needs to be paid attention to quickly. Also, if you see your birthday everywhere, right? If your birthday is February 2nd, and, well, let me not say that because that's 22. If your birthday is February 25th and you keep seeing 0225 everywhere, your birthday, right? Normally people are like, oh, it's my birthday celebration. But no, sometimes the universe is trying to say, again, pay attention more to you. Come more within. Be more mindful of what it is that you're doing. Because something in your atmosphere, something in your vortex is calling for your attention. Okay? So, yes, your angels may be calling, right? Because I've heard people say that as well. Oh, I saw 555, 777, 888, my angels are calling. Yes, that can be accurate, but don't think that it's always that is always something amazing that's going to happen. There you go, right? Because seeing those numbers is always positive, even if it's something that needs to be garnered with, right? Again, I don't want you to think that negative is something that's horrible, because things in your life is not happening to you, it's happening for you, right? So if you're seeing these numbers everywhere, start paying attention to what you are thinking about, right? Start being mindful. That's what I like to use the repeating numbers as a reminder to be mindful. When I started looking about it that way, to say, you know what, I need to be mindful more. I was about to say something that was real reckless, and I changed my mind because I just remembered that what I say to others, I'm actually saying to me. And I wouldn't have want someone to say what I was about to say to me. So I'm going to behave myself, right? It's like a check-in. It's like a mindfulness check-in. When you are mindful of things, oh, mosquito, when you're mindful of things, it allows you to be more present, okay? And when you are more present and not thinking of the past and not worrying about the future, you are now in control. And that's what those sequencing numbers are saying. Remember that you are in control of everything. Everything that is happening for you, you are bringing into your reality. And we are just here to remind you of that, right? If you're working on a big project, or you're looking forward to a promotion, you're looking for an increase of financial gain, and you start seeing 44444, and you are hopeful and you're positive about the things that you're wanting to bring, more than likely that financial gain is coming to you. The universe is trying to let you know that, hey, what it is that you're wanting, what it is that you're trying to manifest into your reality is close. It's close. Keep in mind that our timeline is not the same as the universal timeline, okay? The way time is calculated here on Earth is not the same way it's calculated everywhere else, okay? So the universe gives us numbers just to kind of say, hey, it's coming. Just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, right? You're almost there. Keep elevating. Keep getting your vibration there. But if you're looking for something and you're wanting something, and instead of you always, I'm sorry, not something, I want to stay with finances. If you're looking to bring in finances, if you're looking for that promotion, if you're wanting to start a business, if you're looking to collect money from people, and you're always thinking about it like, man, I never get picked for this, I never get this, but that's okay, it's gonna be different this time, it's all right, it's cool, but I swear to God, if I don't get it this time, I'm gonna fuck something up, right? That's not the most positive state. And then most of the time, if you're seeing 444, when you're in that state, the universe is trying to say, hey, we want to give it to you, but you got to get yourself together, right? Or if you're seeing 445 a lot, or 443, usually if you're one digit off from being in a sequence or being a triple, that means you're almost in alignment, you're almost on the path, you just got to make an adjustment or a tweak somewhere, okay? So if you're someone who's always catching, 1110 or 1112 or 223 or something of that nature, you're like, man, I can never catch it, in a row. That means you're not quite on the path that you need to be, okay? Because out of all things, you could be seeing other hints, you could be seeing other checkpoints, but you're seeing this one offness, okay? But you won't be able to see anything. You won't be able to recognize anything if you're not open to it. If you're not open to the clues, if you're not open to the hints, if you're not open to the cheat codes, right, to be able to level up, if you're not open to receiving it, if you don't believe in that, then you're never going to catch it. And you're always going to be in a cycle. So the first step in seeing and recognizing repeating numbers is acknowledging that they are happening for you. You're seeing it for your benefit, right? You always have guides. Everyone has guides. Everyone has someone helping them navigate this clusterfuck that we live in. But you have to be open to receiving their assistance. And you have to understand that their assistance isn't going to come like how I'm coming to you, where you can see me tangibly and feel me and things of that nature. It's going to come in different ways. It's going to come with numbers, or it's going to come with a feeling that you may have, or it's going to come through your thoughts process, right? But know that the universe talks in many different ways, but the original language is numbers. And that's why everything can always be broken down into a number. For example, I used to live in a house that totaled up to the number 5. And 5 is all about change, all about moving. And how you can calculate that is you just take your numbers of your house. If your house is 1 Main Street, then your house number is 1, and you live in a 1 house. But if your house is, I don't know, 1 3 5 2, then you add the 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2. Okay, so 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9, plus 2 is 11. Hey, it's a master number. Look at that. Okay, so now if you live in a master number house, in an 11 house, right, now it's all about elevation. Okay, but I used to live in a house that totaled up to 5, and it was all about change. And I swear, before I even knew about numbers and tallying things up and knowing my address and things of that nature, I swear everything was always constantly changing. Nothing, as much as I wanted to be grounded and rooted, I could not get that in that house. Something was always changing. Something was breaking, so I had to change, or something happened and I had to fix it, which means I was changing it, or I would rearrange the furniture and still not be happy. I'd had to change it again in a month. Like, just all types of stuff. It was always change in that house. And when I moved from there and I moved into an 8 house, which is all about infinite possibilities and growth, I was now like, oh my goodness, okay, I have a homeliness, I have a grounding feeling, but something is always miraculous happening. Something miraculous is always happening, sorry, in the 8 house, right? Which is all about infinite, which is all about, it can go for anything. And thankfully, I'm high vibration. So the things that were happening were amazing. But if you live in an 8 house and you are low vibration, then your infinite possibilities are going to be manifested on that vibration of which you are at. Okay? So numbers, the importance of them. I mean, you can take it how you want to take it, but if you've gotten this far into this video, then you know that there's deeper meaning in everything. And you know that if you can decipher the deeper meaning of things, then you can get ahead in life. And when you get ahead in life for your own purpose, you can now go and help others. You cannot help others if you don't have your own shit together. Okay? Sorry for the cuss words. I'm feeling live today. But that's what it is, right? There's deeper meaning in everything. Don't think that things are out here just happening and just being and just existing for free. Okay? So, to wrap it up, in conclusion, in summation, right? Repeating numbers, sequencing numbers are always exciting to see, always exciting to catch, always exciting to have that little checkpoint confirmation. But know that that confirmation can either be a, hey, you're doing amazing, you're in alignment, you're on the way, you're going to get there, or it could be a, hey, warning, alert, abort mission, we're trying to tell you something needs to be fixed, something needs to be corrected, a course alignment or adjustment needs to be done. Okay? So, wealthy family, that is all that I have for you today. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Ooh, a mosquito still got me all. Oh my goodness. Thank you also for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all so much. Be sure to drop a comment below if you've been seeing sequencing numbers and you're like, well, what does this mean, right? Let me know, what numbers have you been seeing? Maybe I'll drop something down in there to kind of help break it down a bit. But we're going to need a lot more time to go into the meanings of the numbers. Maybe I'll do a sequence about that. Let me know. If you want to see a whole sequence about numbers, like I'll do a breakdown, like every week I'll feature a different number because, yeah, I love numbers. I love them so much. So wealthy family, go out and be great, right? Live free, be alert, be aware, and live in love.